Welcome to Triple Option Radio. I'm Matt Sullivan alongside Rhett Prentice, Jack Abbott. We're looking at the AFC Championship game. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. Pats, Ravens at Gillette Stadium. What are you guys' initial thoughts on this matchup this weekend?
This game is going to be the start of a great Sunday. I think these two teams are going to put on a great performance. I think they have a history together. They have playoff history together. They don't like each other. It's been vocal. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm really just looking forward to that, and then the game after as well. Brett, what do you think?
It's going to be interesting because it's really going to be a great defense versus great offense battle. And I'm not exactly sure what we're really going to get. The Pats looked great last week, but the Ravens are kind of a cut above the Broncos. So I think both teams are going to want to try and get the game to be played on their terms. For the Ravens, that means keeping Tom Brady off the field, running the ball with Ray Rice, pressuring the quarterback, trying to force mistakes. And the Pats are going to try and score early and often, and try and make the Ravens one-dimensional. Put the ball in Joe Flacco's hands, make him be the one who has to beat you.
I agree. I think the Ravens, when they get the ball to Ray Rice 20 times or more in a game, this season they're 11-0. So clearly they're going to go to Ray Rice. Like, he's going to get the ball. Pat's defense has to key on him, make Flacco make those difficult passes. They'll find, maybe find Torrey Smith a little bit here and there. But I think Pat's defense is what's going to win this game for the Patriots, not Tom Brady.
I think definitely. They're going to be the part of the team that really needs to step up and play like they did last week.
I agree.
I think the Patriots offense always plays at a certain level, but we've seen over the years that when they don't, it's at the hands of good teams, and it's costly. And the Ravens know how to do that. They know how to pressure Tom Brady, how to mix up his pre-snap reads, and that's something that really affects him as a quarterback, and we've seen it, especially in the playoffs those last couple of years. I think they need to overcome that, and then the Patriots defense, I agree with you guys, will be crucial. I like that matchup against the Ravens offense, though. I don't think the Ray Rice – I think we've seen him be contained, and it can be done. I think if they really put a handle on him, get Ninkovich out on the wing and Gerard Mayo running around making tackles, I think that Joe Flacco is going to prove that he's very inept as a passer. And I think the Patriots defense has had some big plays lately, and I think they're going to continue.
Flacco's gone under the radar, though.
Because the Ravens are going to get that run game going early and often. The one, Willis McGahee of the Broncos was able to find some room early in that game.
He knows the Patriots, though. He always beats them.
But, the Pats have looked susceptible at times. They can be be let down by their defense. And you don't want to go the way of the Packers last week. So
yeah,
it's going to be on the defense, definitely.
I agree, and I think Flacco's gone a little under the radar. Like, he was very vocal about it last week with all the Tim Tebow hype, and he was kind of pissed off about that. But I think he's gone under the radar, and I think he's going to have a pretty decent game, and it might be a shootout this weekend.
See, I disagree. I think he's the vocal when he went vocal last week, complaining about his role not being appreciated.
Yeah,
that's kind of just a little weird thing. And then this week, Ed Reed comes out and throws him under the bus, and these aren't the characteristics of a good team, not taking responsibility, not understanding their role. And I think they're just going to collapse. I think the Patriots kind of overcome this challenge that the Ravens threw down 2 or 3 years ago and really go on to the Super Bowl after this.
Yeah, one other factor that I have is that, Ed Reed and Ray Lewis are at the end of their careers, and there's something about a player, at the very back end of his career wanting that last shot, and you see different emotions and different drive come from these players. So they might have a huge impact on that game. I thought Ray Lewis looked pretty bad last weekend, but I think he'll step it up, especially against the Pats.
Plays, yeah. I think we're going to see whoever. This is going to come down to somebody making some sort of, not bizarre, but if it's a turnover or a block punt or something of that nature late might be the difference. Because I think this game is going to be pretty close. If I was betting, I'd definitely take the Ravens with the points.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because it's going to be real tough for the Pats to get a big lead.
I think it can be done, though. I think the experience in Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, they're fantastic. Reed hurt his ankle at the end of that game. Ray Lewis, they're old guys. They can be beaten. I think Tom Brady's just the guy to do it, and with all these weapons. If you guys saw the Skip Bayless and Terrell Suggs interview from ESPN this morning, they talked back and forth for about 10 minutes, and when the Ravens beat the Patriots 3 years ago, they didn't have Aaron Hernandez, Rob Gronkowski, Chad Ochocinco for whatever role he's going to play. They weren't the team that they are now, and I think they're much better now. And I'm going to take the Patriots if I were a betting man and to cover those points.
Yeah, I mean, when I first looked at the playoff scenarios, like before even the wild card games, the one team that I would be scared of playing was the Ravens, and now we're facing that to get to the Super Bowl. And Flacco, he's one win away from tying Tom Brady for six playoff wins in the first 4 seasons of your career. So he's putting up these numbers that are going under the radar, and we'll see. I think the 7.5 was definitely, you got to take the Ravens on that. It's now down to 7 favorite for the Pats. I still see it closer than that. It's going to be a one-score game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just don't see that trend changing for Flacco of winning and then losing.
Yeah.
What he's done every year he's been in there. He's never made it to the Super Bowl.
It's true.
I don't think it changes this year. I think the Patriots don't get beat twice at home, and I think they kind of exploit Joe Flacco and finish the job that he and his teammates have already started.
Who's your key player to watch for, guys, in this game? Who's the one player that's going to make the difference?
Brett, why don't you go first?
The one player who's going to make the difference for me in this game is going to be Vince Wilfork. And, crushing that pocket and not giving Ray Rice any room to run. Because they've got to shut him down early. They've got to try and get a lead and play this game on their terms. They don't want to be playing a close, low-scoring game because that plays right into the Ravens' hands.
Yeah.
I think he played excellently last week, and he's going to need to play at that level again this week.
Jack, what do you think?
I think the answer is Patrick Chung. I think he really transforms this defense when he throws his body around and plays physical. We saw in the Week 17 game against Buffalo, he came back and immediately had an impact. And I think to really be able to stop the run, he's going to have to come up the alleys and out of that safety position, playing nickelback sometimes, and really stop the run on the perimeter and get up there and make some tackles. And then also when they try to go over the top with Torrey Smith, he's going to have to fight Anquan Bolden all day and fight those tight ends over the middle. I think he's going to be an integral part of this defense for the Patriots.
Yeah, I got 2. I'm going to go 1 on the Ravens and a couple on the Pats. I think the one player for the Ravens has to be Joe Flacco, because if Ray Rice can't do this by himself, so Flacco's got to make these passes. He's got to get first downs, convert on third downs. My player for the Pats is going to be a combination of the tight ends, Hernandez and Gronkowski. If the Ravens can contain both of them, I think it's going to make things very difficult for Brady. Wes Welker will still find his openings, and he's going to have to rely a little bit more on Branch or Ochocinco might make an appearance. But we'll see. I think the tight ends for the Pats are the difference maker in this one as well.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
All right, guys. So we all think the Ravens +7 is probably the smart move with the sports book.
I do, but Jack's brimming with confidence over there.
I really am. I've been brimming ever since last week. I think the Patriots win, and I think they go to the Super Bowl, and I think they win handily.
All right.
I would take the Pats on the -7.5.
Well, let's hope. That's what I'm hoping for. So, guys, thank you. TripleOptionRadio.com. Leave your comments, what you think of this video, your predictions, who's going to make it to the Super Bowl. We'll have more articles, blogs, videos, everything on TripleOptionRadio.com. And thanks for listening.